The office air was heavy as Maxwell sat across from his friend Robert. He leaned forward, his face showing exhaustion. "Robert, I really miss Millie. She was such a sweet woman." Maxwell sighed. Robert raised a brow. "Have you tried calling her?" "Yes, but she won't pick up," Maxwell admitted, frustration clear in his voice. "Don't lose hope," Robert replied calmly. "Keep calling." "One day she'll answer," Maxwell shook his head. "Until when?" "It feels useless." "Absence makes the heart fonder," Robert insisted. "Give me a break," Maxwell snapped. "You don't know what you're saying." Robert leaned back. "Just keep trying, Maxwell." Maxwell glanced at the ceiling, torn between anger and longing. Millie's absence weighed on him like a stone. Though Robert's words seemed hollow, deep down, he wished they were true. That maybe, just maybe, Millie would return. Yolanda sat alone in the living room, a half-filled glass of wine resting in her hand. The silence was heavy until the door opened and Maxwell walked in, briefcase in hand. He stopped, staring at her with irritation. "Yolanda, why do you keep forcing yourself into my life? I don't want to see you in my house," he said coldly. She leaned back on the sofa, her eyes sharp. "I'm going nowhere, Maxwell." "Get used to it. I'm your wife now." His voice rose, anger breaking through. "But why be so stubborn?" "I don't love you." Her tone softened but remained firm. "I love you, Maxwell." "Which part of that don't you understand? Learn to love me the way I love you." Maxwell slammed his briefcase down. "You're crazy. Can't you see the writing on the wall?" She smiled smugly. "This is reality. Wake up and accept it." Maxwell sat waiting in his car at New York's busy airport, his heart racing as planes roared overhead. At last, one touched down and taxied to a stop. He stepped out, eyes scanning the crowd. Then he saw her. Millie, graceful and radiant, walked toward him with her luggage. His face lit up instantly. Maxwell hurried around to open the passenger door, his smile wide. "Welcome home, Millie." "It's so good to see you," he said warmly. Her eyes sparkled. "I'm happy too, Maxwell. It feels like forever." He exhaled heavily, his voice tender. "I've suffered a lot since you left. I missed you deeply." She touched his arm gently. "I missed you as well, but I'm here now. Let's start again, shall we?" He grinned. "Oh, yes, I'm ready." As he drove her away, soft music filled the car, and for the first time in months, hope returned. Back at Maxwell's home, he and Millie sat close together in the living room, laughter and warmth slowly returning between them. Then the front door burst open. Yolanda strutted in arrogantly, her heels clicking sharply against the floor. Millie stiffened, eyes wide with shock, while Yolanda ignored her and marched straight into the bedroom without a word. Millie turned to Maxwell, her voice trembling. "Maxwell, who is that woman?" He sighed heavily. "She's a model." "She once worked for me at the car showroom," Millie's tone sharpened. "Then why is she here, in our house?" Maxwell rubbed his forehead, shame flickering in his eyes. "She's forcing herself on me. She wants me to marry her, but I don't love her." Millie rose to her feet, her voice fierce. "Is she insane?" "Do something, Maxwell. I'm your legally married wife. She has no place here." Yolanda sat defiantly on the bed, arms crossed, her face glowing with stubborn pride. Maxwell entered the room and shut the door behind him, leaning against it with frustration. "Yolanda, my wife is back from abroad," he said firmly. "You're embarrassing yourself." "Leave this house." Her eyes narrowed like daggers. "I'm not going anywhere." "She can return to wherever she came from. I don't care," Maxwell clenched his fists. "How long will this foolishness continue?" "My wife is home. Respect that." "As long as you keep denying me, I'll stay," Yolanda shot back. "You must marry me, Maxwell." His voice hardened. "I'm already married." "Can't you see that? I belong to Millie." Yolanda leapt to her feet. "You can't use me and dump me like trash. I'm not a whore." Maxwell's voice softened briefly. "You're beautiful, Yolanda." find another man, she glared. Never. I was meant for you. The tension in the house had reached its peak. Maxwell, Millie, Yolanda, and a stern-faced lawyer sat in the living room. A policeman stood by the door, watching silently. On the table lay several documents. The lawyer cleared his throat and spoke with authority. Maxwell is legally married to Millie. I have their certified marriage certificate here. He placed the papers before Yolanda. She snatched them, scanning with disbelief before tossing them back. Her voice trembled with rage. Why did he lie to me, saying he wasn't married? The lawyer shook his head. That doesn't matter. The law is clear. Millie is his wife. There's nothing you can do. The policeman stepped forward. Yolanda's face drained of color as he picked up her suitcase. Without another word, she was escorted out of the house. Her dream of becoming Mrs. Maxwell had been shattered in a single moment of truth. Dragging her suitcase along the pavement, Yolanda looked like a fallen queen stripped of her crown. A taxi screeched to a stop beside her. She climbed in silently, her heart aching with shattered dreams. The vision she once cherished, becoming the wife of a wealthy, handsome billionaire, was gone. Though she was a stunning model, she knew the glitter of her world was fleeting. Beauty fades, and the fast lane of fame rarely offers comfort in the long run. Maxwell had been her soft landing, her chance at security beyond the flashing cameras. Now, that safety net was gone. Yet, Yolanda was no ordinary woman. She had ambition. Instead of wallowing in defeat, she returned to her film studio. Acting was her gift, her stage, her survival. Fame was still at her feet, and the world could not deny her talent. If she couldn't win love, she would rule through art. The storm had finally passed. In the quiet bedroom, Maxwell and Millie sat together on the bed, laughter bubbling between them like old times. Their hearts were lighter now that Yolanda was gone. Millie touched his hand gently, her voice tender. Darling, forgive me for running away. I only wanted to see the world before settling down. But now I know. You're my true love. I'm yours forever. Maxwell's eyes softened. I've forgiven you, Millie. And forgive me, too, for letting another woman into this house. Loneliness clouded my judgment. Millie nodded. We all cross the red line sometimes. But the past doesn't matter. The future is ours. A smile spread across his face. Then let's seal it. I've missed you badly. Let's make love. She whispered eagerly. Yes, let's celebrate our marriage to eternity. Their embrace rekindled the passion of a love that refused to die.